So you want to move to Japan, huh? Well, I don't blame you. I made the move over 7 years ago and I haven't looked back. I always wanted to at least visit the country since I was a 12-year-old fat weeby little boy. And now that I'm a 34-year-old fat weeby grown man, yeah, I don't regret my decision to visit and eventually, move here. The most normal way to actually experience living in Japan and not just visiting as a tourist is to teach English. Now, this is something that I couldn't do since I'm a Norwegian man. We speak Norwegian in Norway, and one of the credentials to, even become a teacher is that you need to have all your basic, education done in English. You need to be from an English-speaking country or region like the UK, USA, or Australia, right? And you need to have a bachelor's degree in something. That's 3 strikes for me, baby. College dropout in Japan here. But despite the 3 strikes, I still managed to move here. How'd you do that, fat man, in Japan? I want to move there and see if the used schoolgirl panty vending machine is real. Well, there are multiple ways, and let's go through all of them. Now, the simplest way to actually get here and start working and, living here is teaching English, if you have all the credentials that I mentioned. And if you actually want to teach, there are multiple ways to do this. JET being the most popular one. You still need to have a bachelor's degree in education in English, as well as a teaching English as a foreign language certification, but that's kind of easy to get, I think. Now, for JET in particular, you also need to be mentally and physically healthy and willing to obey all Japanese laws. So, if you're disabled and you have a coke habit, you're shit out of luck. There goes that Japan dream. You may also apply for an ALT position, an assistant language teaching position, not through JET, but directly with one of the dispatch companies, such as Altia, JoyTalk, Borderlink, etc., where you'll be teaching English alongside a Japanese English teacher. For both JET and an ALT position, you have no say in where in the country you're going to be positioned. If you think that you're going to be stationed in the middle of Tokyo and, I'm going to go through Shibuya Crossing every day on my way to work. The countryside of Sendai is more likely for you there. And, this is because they also pay for your apartment or housing. And who the fuck wants to pay your first year as a teacher and you think they're gonna pony up like 250,000 yen for an apartment in the middle of Tokyo? You got to be crazy, man. But if you're a countryside boy like me, that shouldn't be a problem. I love it here. I live in the middle of nowhere and I love it. I love it. Fuck Tokyo. But if you're like me and you don't have a degree and maybe you hate children, maybe you despise children, fucking snot-nosed little brats, a working holiday visa would probably be a better fit for you. Don't come here to teach if you hate children. So if you are from one of these lucky countries, you can apply for a working holiday visa. The requirements for this type of visa is a little bit more lax than a teaching visa, as you only need to be younger than 30 years and older than 18. For some countries, the max cap can be like 25, 26 years old, so check it yourself. I'll leave a link down in the description. You can check what the requirements are for your country, alright? Don't make me do all the legwork. You need to, make some effort yourself. You're not allowed to bring in a child either, or another dependent. So, if your significant other wants to go here and they're not from, a country that has the working holiday visa, you can't bring them with you on your working holiday visa. No. And this is a once per life visa. You can only do it once and you need to do it before the max age cap. So, take advantage of it. If your country has this working holiday deal with Japan, take advantage. Once in a lifetime visa, baby. Let's go. Once in a lifetime experience working in Japan. And what's even better, if you have a shit ton of money and you just want to live in Japan, there is no requirement for you. You're not required to work on a working holiday visa. You can holiday for a year. So you can literally, if you have the money for it, you can prove that you have enough money to sustain yourself throughout the entire year. Nobody will force you to work. And then boom, you have a 1-year tourist visa where you can do whatever the hell you want, right? Fantastic. You can literally function as a 1-year sabbatical in Japan. The dream. If you do want to work while you're here on a working holiday visa, there's a company called Hello Work. They can assist you with getting a job, anywhere in Japan. It's also normal for people on the working holiday visa to, get low-level jobs like a part-time server at an izakaya, maybe get some work at a ski resort in Nagano, If you don't line up a job yourself before you go to Japan, Hello Work will help you with all of this. So, if you want to work, don't worry. They got your back. But bring some money because it's not guaranteed. And lastly, the visa that I was here on before I got married to my beautiful wife, and who is Japanese, so now I'm a spouse of a national here. Very nice. The self-sponsor visa. A self-sponsor visa is probably the most flexible visa that you can get in Japan. But you're required to kind of be a freelancer. That's how it is. Let me explain. This is the visa I converted to after my working holiday visa before I got married. You need to prove that you can earn a minimum of 2 million yen annually and have done so in the past 2 years in your own country. This is usually done through a remote position in your own sole proprietorship. You need to have a proof of earning, and this is the most important thing because it proves that you can sustain yourself while living in Japan. And you know, it kind of guarantees the government that you won't end up homeless begging on the streets like that douchebag Phidias. Now, when you get a job in Japan, the company usually sponsors your visa. The self-sponsor visa is literally what it is. You have the funds and the proof of income, you know, proof of a stable income, so you can sponsor that visa yourself. If you're able to get this visa, if you're already working as a freelancer, you can apply for this visa hella easy. And, you know, 2 million yen annually is not that much, especially with the exchange rate right now. God damn, dude. So it's not too hard to get a self-sponsor visa if you've been freelancing already. Pretty easy. So if you're tired of freelancing in your own country, why not, you know, self-sponsor yourself a visa to Japan and sit in a nice city in Japan and do whatever it is you're doing right now. And then you can go out for beers, sushi, ramen, you know. Why not? Why not? Piece of cake. Welcome to Japan. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more Japan content like this, please consider subscribing and also click like while you're down there to help out the channel. You can dislike the video if you hated it, but then I want to see a nice insult along with it in the comments, alright? I'm gonna hold you to that. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.